people, it's Monday morning. A lot's gone on really. I started picking up for Lee. He's had a couple of low 30s, lost one. Roy's had a low 30, I think it was a 31 and a 38 this morning. One of them was a common, not sure which one, it's just what I've heard from around the lake. For me yesterday I had a 24 and 35 common, and last night I had a 33.11 mirror, about 1:15. A lot of the bites seem to be coming late evening, early morning, but at last my mate Steve, in style, he's caught his first French fish, and it's a lump. It's the biggest fish of the trip so far. I had to grab Lee to come and help him, obviously hoist the fish up and that, 'cause he's never handled big fish, so it was 46 pounds, just over 46.7. And then just as we was trying to do the first initial pictures, his other rod ripped off with a 29, so he's proper happy. My dad's not had no joy yet, but either way, it's still early doors, it's only Monday. There's plenty of fish up there. Lee's fishing opposite him, Lee's catching, there's fish bubbling in front of him. So I've changed my tactics, I've shortened my rigs down a bit. I've got all three rods now tight together, so let's try something different, because I've had one rod in this gap behind me, and basically that's not had no bleeps or nothing, so I'll put them all tight together now. And we'll leave it at that and get back to you in a bit. Another one caught on the wafters, fished over the Ultra Mix and XXX D-rig, King of the Pond products. I had a 33 pounder last night. There's been a 40 and a couple of other 30s out today. Hopefully we'll get amongst a few more. We'll get her back. She's a baby. Right, another fish caught on the airball wafters XXX. 29 pound, 15 ounces. Same rig, IQD rig. So it's obviously working. Right, another 25 pounder, 25.9, caught on the wafters, IQD rig. Been quiet, first one of the night, well, morning, nothing last night. Lee's had it off, they've all moved up there. Hopefully the weather will warm up and they'll come back. We'll have a few, but it's the 8 fish, so I can't grumble. Right guys, it's Tuesday, about 11:30. I've not had much success last night, nothing at all, but then early this morning I had another little one. The conditions have completely changed, like the past couple of 24 hours. Pressure's changed, we've had a lot of rain, it's starting to brighten up now though. Basically, up where I'm fishing, I'm sort of only fishing sort of 4.5 to 5 foot of water. Up the other end there's sort of 7 to 9 foot in places. The fish pushed up there. Last night I was just sitting there watching them boshing out and that. Obviously Lee had a hectic night last night. I've not got any pictures of his stuff because he's on the other side of the lake, so I don't want to be going around there too much. Just a shame because I would like to get pictures for everyone so I can get them on here. But yeah, I think he had about 5 or 6 fish last night, so he's had 13 altogether. My dad's this morning, I've gone round there to help him, he's had a 39.8, so it's another big one for him, so he's well happy. He's still struggling over his knees and everything because his painkillers don't really kick in until midday. What I want to do really is just quickly talk you through my methods. Obviously I'm using Odyssey XXX CCmoore. This is a spod mix. I don't know if you can see there's chops in there. There's crushed up bait, there's mini ultra mix sweet corn, and there's a tiny bit of hemp. It's all the juices and everything are soaked right up into the pellet in the boilie, and it's a real sort of sticky mix now. When I put it out there, it's sort of slicking up nicely for a while. It's just basically just trying to keep the fish on the spot, grabbing about really. I'm fishing a solid bag and a D rig, IQD rig. And that's just the IQD rig's giving me more bites, to be honest, but the solid bag's working as well. It's more of a natural look. I'm using obviously the wafters, airball wafters, to match the hook, well, to match the freebies I'm putting out for the hook bait. the IQD rig. Sometimes I'm fishing it with a micro ring swivel on the loop, and other times I'm using one of the King of the Ponds bait screws, but probably can't really see too well. But this is the D rig. It's not really coming up that great, but that's the one with a micro ring swivel. And then the one with the bait screw. These are handy bits of kit, especially when you're using balanced baits. Just screw them on nice and quick. As you can see, it's a fresh rig, still got the cap on the hook. Yeah, so basically just screw the bait straight onto there, and away you go, you're fishing straight away. Just a couple of nuggets. Make sure the rig's nice and steamed straight. My lead arrangement is for the IQ rig. It's actually the cog leg system from Corda. It's majority of my bites have come on that. So, but obviously using a solid bag as well. That's well, it's done. It's been just as effective. But it's kind of even. I've put a normal standard lead clip setup out there. I've had all three rods same distance. That's how I'm fishing, just nice and tight really. But I've just not had any joy so far on a normal lead clip system. So I've basically to my right, I'm fishing on like a corner. It's a bit like a point, but there's a tree in the middle. Because that tree's in the way, it's obviously there's a nice gap one side. Tree line margin up to my dad's swim, but it's really sort of 18 inches of water, sort of probably about a good couple of rod lengths off the tree line, and there's just sticks, branches, everything. I've seen a few fish showing up there, but I'm trying to keep away from that area, to be honest. I'm fishing more towards the centre of the lake with that rod. But I have been switching it back over to the spot where I've been getting the bites from. But this kind of has done me nothing so far, that rod. I want to get it rocking really, some sort of spot going. Hopefully I can get it going. Something should happen really. It's a bit of bait out there. I'm actually using live system on that rod out in the open water. Live system, corn, bit of pellet. But yeah, nothing's come of it yet. But like I said, I've switched it back to the main spot where I'm catching from, with a little corn stack on, just to try something different, but still no action. A lot of the other guys are catching on corn stacks. I just thought I'd try it, but quite frankly I just prefer my boilie fishing, solid bags, tipped off with a bit of corn for the natural look. But yeah, it's working. I'm not knocking myself. At the end of the day, I've had 8 fish. I know Lee's had about 13 now, but either way it's not a competition. My tactics are working. When the fish are in front of me and they're having it, I'm catching them. Lee's obviously had a few fish, put it bluntly, extracting the bait in his sling, so my bait obviously, so they're getting on the munch. I'm not catching them all, but I'm still catching. Yeah, I think majority of people, my dad's had 2, Roy and Steve have both had 4 each at the minute. I think Lee's even lost a couple now, about 3, maybe 4. So he's doing alright up there, it's good. But he's up the top corner of the lake, but he's actually fishing more central of the lake as well. So because they have literally just moved up the deeper channel that runs up the lake. It's meant from tomorrow, well today really, it's starting to warm up again, so hopefully they'll come back down. I'm fishing about halfway out, so I'm kind of catching them on the way back down to the shallows. I'm fully confident in what I'm doing. It sounds greedy, but I'd like to catch more. We all want to catch more. Possibly another 40 if possible. Oh, matey over there just had a couple of leaps. I'm going to have to go and get his rod in a sec as well, because he's gone round to see Lee. But yeah, right, I'll carry on. I'll be quick. Right, what I've been doing as well, in this bag, I've been using the Corda cutter tool, just chopping baits up in halves. obviously it's quite a few, just only doing about kilo and a half at a time. And then I've also been adding pure salmon oil in there. Straight into the bag. Literally, don't be shy with it. Touch more. And then keep it nice and simple, pour that straight in there. Gives the bait a nice glaze, because that's what it's creating a lovely little slick out there when the fish are feeding. Absolutely stinks as well, so it's brilliant stuff. Well, you can see how much I've used. I'm certainly going through the stuff. It's only Tuesday, I've got until Saturday. I've got hemp oil as well, so just juice them up. I've got the hook bait enhancer, so I'll start using that if I have to. To be honest, I'm being quite tight with that. I want to save it. Everything's working at the moment anyway, so they're the tactics. That's what I'm doing, that's what's working for me, so fingers crossed we'll have a few more bites and have a few more fish to show you. I'm going to chill out for a bit, try and tidy the bivvy up because it's a complete mess, find out what's going on with Steve's rods. Obviously a couple of leaks, so I better go and check them out. I baited up a margin spot, I don't know if you could hear the splashing, but the ducks have just found that now, so that'll be a goner in a little while. But it's only because I spooked the fish from it. I just thought I'd slip a couple of baits on it, but they found it now. So, but yeah, it's well, it's a bit cloudy. It's warming up slowly, but come tomorrow, hopefully the sun will be beating down, the fish will move up, and yeah, we'll get a few more bites. I was very surprised last night. I had a couple of liners, but the past few nights I've been getting bites at sort of any time from between 12 and 2 o'clock. So yeah, nothing happened last night. Steve had one at about 1:15, which is generally my bite time. So yeah, I sat up for a little while, kind of expecting it to happen, but then it just started raining, looked really moody, and up the other end of the lake the fish were jumping, boshing about all over the place. So they just weren't here last night. Obviously the odd one's still boshing in the shallows, they're always up in the shallows. But yeah, it's going to happen, it's going to warm up, it'll be fun. So catch a few more bends in the rods, but quite frankly I just hope that the old man can catch a few more. He's struggling, but we'll struggle. I've been helping him. After he had that fish earlier on, I even recast his rod for him, went round and baited up, but shh, don't tell no one. Alright, I'll leave it at that, see you in a bit.